Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Under a partly cloudy sky with a game time temperature of 65 degrees, we welcome you to Helena, Oklahoma for this Northwest Oklahoma Class C 8-man District 1 showdown between top-ranked defending state champion unbeaten Timberlake and the 5-0 and third-ranked Waynoka Railroaders. Hello again, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to Bryant Severance Stadium at Ray Trout Field. You can see the captain's meeting. Timberlake has won. The Tigers want the football. Waynoka will kick and defend the goal at the north end here of Bryant Severance Stadium. This is a long-anticipated matchup, one that both teams, their fan bases, and quite honestly, all those that follow 8-man football across the state have had circled since fall camp ended. It's Waynoka and Timberlake, and the Railroaders have had the better half of the series with the Tigers over the years. In the last 7 meetings, the Railroaders are 5-2 against Timberlake. However, the Tigers won 50-30 in the Class C playoffs on this field back 2 seasons ago, November 27th. With me tonight in the booth is Adam Dieselhorse. And, boss man, this is a game that I know you guys have been watching for some time as far as a possible game of the week is concerned.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously we circle a lot of games early in the year. This is a game before the season even started that we had circled, and obviously it's panned out for us. Two of the top teams, obviously, in 8-man football. What a beautiful night. We finally got a little bit of cool weather, not kicking off in the 90s in October, so I'm excited about this one.
Waynoka will defend the goal off to our left. The wind is out of the north tonight at about 14 miles per hour, so it is going to feel very, very chilly once the sun finally sets behind us here at Bryant Severance Stadium and Ray Trout Field in Helena. Waynoka comes in with a record of 5-0. They have outscored their first 5 opponents 260-74. Timberlake is 5-0. Their closest win was a 28-26 win here in Week 0 against Covington Douglas. That, in fact, was the Tigers' closest regular season game since they beat Covington Douglas back in 2020 by a 54-48 count. Both teams are out of the field. We'll take our opening timeout and be ready to kick it off from Helena next. It's the Squirtle Game of the Week.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Landon Seeger has spotted the football at the 40-yard line. He will kick it away with that brisk north wind, 14 miles per hour to his back. Timberlake, as you can see in the home black, white, and silver uniforms. Waynoka in the road white and maroon uniforms. And this is an anticipated matchup at the season's midway point between two teams that likely could meet again with even higher stakes than a Class C District 1 championship on the line. Flores will approach, and they squib it up the middle and hit one of the Tigers. Waynoka had a chance at the football, and the Railroaders have come up with what is an onside kick. I don't know if it was intentional or not, Adam. They tried to squib it up the middle and hit one of the Timberlake Tigers up, man. And there to follow the football for the Railroaders was Zaylen Flores.
Boy, you couldn't have asked for a better start for Waynoka, obviously. You know, in games like this, sometimes it's the turnovers, it's the change of possessions, it's the big plays. And man, early on, to get the start of Waynoka's got themselves a play like that.
11:56 to play here in the first quarter, and already the first break of this heavyweight showdown goes the way of the visitors from Woods County. The quarterback is Tegan Allison. He is a senior. Most of the skill position players are upperclassmen for the Railroaders. Landon Seeger is the single setback. They will motion now Jace Dunn, and on a busted play, Tegan Allison is in trouble, and he'll lose 2 back to the 49 in Railroader territory. And one busted play, and there was Carson Shefford, the sophomore linebacker, to first get back there for the Tigers.
Yeah, big answer. Obviously, we talked about this defense that Timberlake has coming into this game, and right there you see them strike quick.
We told you that Waynoka comes in outscoring their first 5 opponents 260-74. They're averaging 52 while giving up just under 15. Timberlake has not allowed points since week 2 of 68-16 victory over Ringwood. Inside handoff goes to Jace Dunn, and he's hit at midfield, falls forward, and gets the previous loss yardage of 2 back. Is Avery Wallace, the senior linebacker, was there to drop him. It's 3rd down and 10 now for Waynoka. This season, Timberlake opponents on 3rd down just 21% with only 12 conversions. A minute gone here in the opening quarter from Bryant Severn Stadium and Ray Trout Field, 2 legendary coaches at this stadium and facility named after them. 3rd and 10 at the 49-yard line of Timberlake. Quickly hustling out of the play is sophomore right guard Max Porter. They'll send one back in the backfield. That's Jace Dunn. A second receiver split wide left. Now they fake the handoff. Allison will keep it. He has a 1st down and more. Tegan Allison down the numbers to the 20, to the 10. Allison to the 5, and he's banged out of bounds just shy of the pylon at the 1-yard line. He needed 49. He got 48, and that is what makes Tegan Allison so very dangerous.
Well, and a great play call there. Little misdirection, quarterback coming back this way. That hole was gigantic.
90 seconds in, Waynoka gets a break. They lose 2 on 1st down. They gain it back on 2nd down, and then a 48-yard run down the near side boundary for senior signal caller Tegan Allison, who'd carried 27 times for just 175 yards before that carry. So it's 1st and goal to go at the south end for the Railroaders, trying to draw first blood of this top 3 matchup. Under center is Allison. He'll send the slot back, Jace Dunn in motion, the handoff straight ahead to Landon Seeger, and he is denied just shy of the goal line. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and inches from inside the Tiger 1.
Boy, what a heck of a play by Merrick Judd there, coming up and making that tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
There's 2 Judds, Maverick, the freshman end, and Merrick Judd, who was a star last year with the Class C state championship team. He has 45 tackles for the defensive backfield as Merrick Judd, and that leads all defensive players for the Tigers. 9:52 to play here in the opening quarter. The ball rested up at the goal line of the south end for the Railroaders. It's 2nd and less than a yard. Under center is Tegan Allison. He'll go behind the block that time of Wyatt Atwood, and it's a touchdown for the Railroaders.
You could not ask for a better start from Waynoka. Waynoka obviously has the miscue on the kickoff by Timberlake. And Timberlake gets them set in a situation where they have 3rd and long, big run, touchdown. They get the momentum here early, Todd.
29th carry of the year for Allison. Believe it or not, that's his first trip to pay dirt. It's 6-0 Rails. It is usually the case in 8-man football. They'll line up and go for 2. Wide receiver is Cameron Newton, the junior. 8 catches, 2 touchdowns, split wide to the far side. Flank to the near side is Jace Dunn with Seeger in the single setback. Allison hands it off to Dunn, who cuts inside, and he's in for the 2-point try. And just like that, Waynoka, less than 2.5 minutes in, has taken the lead over unbeaten and top-ranked Timberlake here in Helena. 8-0 our score. We'll step aside for these messages on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, Bryce Miller, and the crew here with you inside Bryant Severn Stadium and Ray Trout Field. 8-0 the score, 9:39 to play here in the first quarter, thanks to a three-play, 51-yard drive, 48 of that from Tegan Allison. Here's another squib kick up the middle, and this time Timberlake gets out of the way. Now it's fumbled inside the 30, return to the 35-yard line. On the return is Merrick Judd, and he is stopped near the 32-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will have it, first down and 10. And did you see him, Adam, up front play hopscotch to get out of the way of that hot squib kick?
Yeah, and we see this a lot in 8-man. A lot of times people don't have kickers that can kick the ball deep enough. The other thing you got to consider, too, the situation is Merrick Judd is back there returning. You want to limit the amount of times he gets the ball in his hands in space. And so I like the philosophy from Waynoka, but you see this a lot in 8-man.
Officially, the line of scrimmage is at the 35-yard line. Avery Wallace turns and hands off, and that is Carter Sands, so there's nowhere for him to go as Tegan Allison came up first for the secondary to make the tackle. No gain. It's second down and 10.
Well, one thing you see early on here in this game is Waynoka obviously has a size advantage as far as up front, as far as thickness. Their defensive line and offensive line is a little bit bigger than Timberlake. I know Timberlake lost some key players from that team last year.
Wide receiver to the far side of the field is Maverick Judd. They have a tight end right and a single setback. Now Wallace will keep it, optioning right. He's in trouble and he's hit and dropped for no gain to the 35-yard line. Waynoka may have size, but boy, they're quick too.
Yeah, great job on the edge defending the speed option. Obviously Wallace and Judd are a big-time threat on the edge, but Waynoka was right there to make the stop.
Timberlake has only 7 third down conversions on the season through 5 games. That's 28%. That tells you, A, they had a lot of big plays, and B, they win first and second down. They have not done so with this opening drive. Empty backfield out of the gun. It's Wallace. He'll tuck it and run, and he's hit and dropped after a gain of just 3 to the 38-yard line. That was a design quarterback draw as they put 5 receivers spread out to the left and right side of the formation, and Wallace was keeping all the way.
It'd be interesting to see what the decision is here. A lot of times in 8-man, especially when you're close to midfield, depending upon what you can kicking-wise, maybe a quick kick that we'll see here, but you also see him go for it too as well.
I would think already down 8-0 and having already given good field position once, you'll see Avery Wallace quick kick it right here on 4th down and 7 for Timberlake at their own 38-yard line. Wallace now dumps it over the middle. The pass is incomplete. He was looking that time for Maverick Judd, and Judd got tied up with Landon Seeker, and I am really surprised the Tigers went for it, spotting Waynoka another short field of the 38-yard line.
Great stop.
So the Railroaders will have it first down and 10 at the Timberlake 38-yard line. They have started both of their drives and Tigers into the field. 7:43 to play here in the opening quarter from Bryant Severn Stadium and Ray Trout Field. Allison under center, Severn in the backfield. Hand off and a jet sweep to Jace Dunn around the left end. And Dunn gets really good yardage as he'll pick up 6 all the way down to the 32.
If Waynoka's going to have this kind of success running the ball for plus yardage like this could be a long night for Timberlake. They're going to have to get some stops up front.
7:17 to play here in the first quarter. Tyler Kerr upstairs running the cameras for us on this Friday night football broadcast from Helena, Oklahoma. Waynoka dominated here early, recovering what turned out to be an onside kick that hit one of the up men. They went 3 plays, 51 yards. Now they have it 2nd and 4th at Timberlake 32. Dunn motions to the far side. The handoff to Seeger up the middle, and he almost broke it. He's dump truck down, though, at the 26-yard line. And if that tackle's not made, he very likely takes it 32 for the touchdown. So it's first down and 10 Railroaders. It is their 3rd first down here in the game's first 5 minutes of play. Railroaders come in a slight underdog in this matchup. In a battle of 5-0 teams out of Class C District 1, this likely will determine the district winner. Dunn and Cameron Newton are flanked wide left. In the backfield again is Landon Seeger. Under center is Allison. He'll keep it. Runs up the middle. Spins as he's hit. Bounces right to the 20, and down he goes to the 18-yard line. Give him 8 more on first down, and all of that was done by Tegan Allison. So it'll be second down and 2 at the 18-yard line with 6:22 to play here in the first quarter. You see the score there on your lower left of your screen. Waynoka leading the defending Class C state champions from Timberlake 8-0. Wide to the far side, Cameron Newton. He does have a couple of touchdown receptions this year. To the near side is Jace Dunn with Seeger in the backfield. They send Dunn in motion. Allison now hands it off on a jet sweep to Dunn. He has the first down, and he's inside the 15-yard line down to the 12, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from that point. So a gain of 6 brings up 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line. This will be the 8th play among the first 14, the 11th play of the first 14 of this game run by Waynoka. Hunter Durkee, the tight end, is lined up left. Single setback is done. They hand it off to him. He bounces out left, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown, but it's coming back. The Whitecap threw a flag right behind the play, and it's a hold against the Roadrunners, and what would have been a 12-yard touchdown run comes off of the board. It may have been the tight end, Hunter Durkee, who was lined up on the far side that was guilty of the infraction. It was an easy call, though, for the official, because once Dunn was aided by that hold, he sprinted into the end zone, and that's when the yellow flag came in from behind. So it will be to the 20-yard line. It will bring up 1st down and 18 from that point for Waynoka, trying to build a 2-score lead here early. Tied in right, and as Allison gets set to take the snap, we get a timeout, Railroaders. 5:24 to play, opening quarter. There you see the score. Waynoka 8, Timberlake nothing to the Scortal game of the week.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
First and 18 for the Railroaders at the Tiger 20-yard line. Timberlake right now is on their heels after they trail 8-0 and gave up a touchdown, a second one that was called back because of a hold. One back set, landed Seeger. Back to throw is Tegan Allison over the middle. He has Seeger out of the backfield. It's caught for the touchdown. Tegan Allison with his 12th touchdown pass, and that is the 4th to go to the sophomore fullback Landon Seeger. And what an impressive start tonight for Tanner Allen's club. Tegan Allison is just a master running that Railroader offense. Cameron Newton will be lined up as a tight end. To the left, Hunter Durkee tied in right. Dunn motions for the try for 2. Allison will keep it. He is hit, drags a defender with him, and he's in for the try for 2. So Waynoka shocking Timberlake before a packed house here at Bryant Severance Stadium at Ray Trout Field. 16-0 Railroaders. Timeout, 5:20 to play in the first quarter on the Scortal game of the week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
Unbelievable domination by Waynoka early. 16-0 Railroaders, 5:20 to go in the first period. And they will kick it again to the far side. It's a short kick. And as it's fielded by Timberlake, I think we may have a flag down, or they may have blown it dead before the kick. If so, we'll see a re-kick from Zaylin Flores. If you're just joining, Waynoka on a 3-play 51-yard drive and a 5-play 38-yard drive has built a 16-0 lead over the top-ranked defending state champions. False start. Somebody left early for the Railroaders, so they'll back it up, and now we'll kick from the 35-yard line. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. Waynoka coming in having scored 50 or more in 3 straight wins. 58-32 over Ringwood, 56-8 on the road at Boise City, and their last outing last week, 50-14 over Buffalo at home. There's no doubt when you look at this district, this is the de facto championship game. The winner will likely win the district, host 2 playoff games. The loser would more than likely finish second. According to the Squirtle rankings, Timberlake top ranked in Class C, Waynoka ranked 3rd. So now Flores will back it up, and the left-footed kicker will squib it again from the 35-yard line. And now it's actually kicked that time by Seeger, and he kicks it deep. It's picked up at the 5-yard line, out to the 10 to the 20-yard line as he stiff arms the defender, stays in bounds, still on his feet. Good run by Merrick Judd, and finally they get him to the ground as the whistle sounds. So Merrick Judd did all he could to give an opportunity to get some decent starting field position for Timberlake on this, their second drive of the contest. Their first series started at their own 35-yard line and netted just 3 yards.
Well, this is a crucial drive, obviously, for Timberlake. I mean, obviously, this is a long game. There's plenty of time left to go in this game, but Timberlake needs to get some momentum going as Waynoka has all the momentum. By the way, Todd, I'm back.
5:08 to play. Good to see you again. At the 21-yard line, you're actually playing engineer and tech.
You're doing a heck of a job, by the way.
The toss goes right to Merrick Judd. Judd hit the backfield, still stumbles on his feet and gets close to the 25, a gain of 4. They said earlier this week Merrick Judd will play everywhere. I went ahead and put him on the board as an end, but he's an end. He's a running back, as we saw there. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Tigers.
Well, and he just made something happen out of absolutely nothing on that toss play because Waynoka, once again, you could tell they have prepped for this game, and they are ready for all the play calls. But, man, Merrick Judd made something out of nothing on that play.
Merrick Judd, 33 carries, 255 yards to start his senior year entering this one. Second down and 6. Tigers at the 25. Handoff this time to Carter Sands, and nothing doing behind the sophomore guard, Gentry Nickel. They'll give him a yard on forward progress to the 26. And right now you see 2 juniors and a senior up front really dominating the point of attack with 3 sophomores on the offensive line for Timberlake.
Yeah, and that's a staple for Timberlake, that play right there. We've seen them run that over the years. It's a Utah lead play, a block down and kick out. But, man, Waynoka up front has they've been very impressive so far.
3:51 in Canada play first quarter. This is a must-convert opportunity for Timberlake, down 2 scores, and there's some movement. Merrick Judd may have moved prematurely, and he did. So now it becomes 3rd down and 10 with the line of scrimmage back at the original starting point, the 21. This Tiger team, Adam, is just out of sync.
They are. They really are. I think it's one of those situations where, they haven't really had to deal with a ton of adversity. Obviously, had a very close game against Covington earlier on this year, but it kind of comes easy to them just because they've built such a good program and have such a good team. But man, Waynoka came to play tonight.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, empty backfield. Avery Wallace now sent Judd in motion. Wallace fakes the pass,
Nice
dumps
play
it over
call.
the middle. The ball is caught by Sands, but he's decked at the 24-yard line. Carter Sands is frustrated because he thought he had some running room, but the Waynoka defensive back really came in. I think it was Tegan Allison that made the hit.
Yeah, that was really impressive. I believe it was Allison and then maybe Jace Dunn as well. Dunn did a great job of reading his keys and kind of waited in the middle of the field. They bluffed a pass out in the flats to Merrick Judd and kind of threw the screen back underneath. But, man, what a play by Waynoka.
Here is something to watch. Timberlake has an 18-game win streak overall and a 20-game win streak here in Helena on the line tonight. And with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, they have been shocked to the tune of a 16-0 Railroader advantage. Wallace, let's see if he punts it away this time for the 24. Has a 2-by-2 formation. Now sends Maverick Judd in motion to the near side. Wallace is going to keep it. He has running room. He's to the 30, falls forward, and has the first down to the 32-yard line. They had the flow of the play going one way, and Wallace went wide right.
Big-time conversion there for Timberlake. That was huge. Obviously, this early in the game, being down by 2 scores, I mean, big time.
On 4th down this year, Timberlake is 70%. That is their 10th third down conversion in a little more than 5 ball games. 2:19 to play opening quarter. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst with you on Squirtle tonight from Helena. 1st and 10, Tigers at the 32. They send a man in motion. Wallace will keep it, and Wallace this time is dragged down by the hips and tackled by Michael Solomon. Also in there on the stop was Hunter Durkee.
Yeah, Waynoka up front is just, they are having a lot of success. It's making it really difficult for Timberlake to do anything up front, the line of scrimmage.
You know, coming in, I told you, I thought the key was, is Waynoka's offense as good as advertised against that stingy Timberlake defense? They more than answered the challenge. Now is Timberlake up offensively to the challenge against Waynoka's defense?
Yeah, I would agree early on. That's what it looks like, Todd.
2nd down and 9, high snap with a sweep. They hand it off to Maverick Judd. He's hit behind the line and dropped. For -2 to the 29, it was Jace Dunn that comes up. And now it is 3rd down and about 13 for the homestanding Tigers.
And once again, you can just tell that play was schemed well. I mean, you know, both these teams, great coaching staffs, prepare their kids. And Waynoka just seems any time different formations or different things that Timberlake's trying to do, it seems like they've got it sniffed out.
1:15 in Canada play opening quarter. Avery Wallace gets the play in. Sage Powers is actually in the booth here in the press box, so they get it down to the offensive coordinator. That is Tyler Severin, the son of head coach Brian Severin, who's in his 30th year here as head coach at his alma mater. 3rd and 13. They will fake the handoff, running right on the keepers, Avery Wallace. He's stacked up. The ball came out, and it bounces back downfield. They may blow the play dead at the 32-yard line with forward progress. They do. Nope, they're going to say it was a fumble, and the ball came out at the 27, so it's 4th down at 15. And that will bring a timeout on the field by the Railroaders with 36 seconds to play here in the first quarter. We were talking about Brian Severin. He's in his 30th year. Last year, he surpassed Waynoka's legend in Scott Kaiser for most wins in high school football in Oklahoma. He's currently 33rd in the list. And I know Brian is watching and listening. He is one of our favorite guys we've ever worked with in high school football. He recently underwent bypass surgery. I know it's killing he and Cindy and the entire family. He can't be here. When he does return, they said it'll probably be a couple of weeks while he's in the press box. We just want that man to get better. He's got a great staff that's taking care of a great program.
Yeah, obviously his health is the most important thing, and the man is a legend in 8-man football and has left his handprint on this program, and obviously the field and stadium's named after him. So not a lot of times does that happen when you're actually still coaching. So that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of a coach he is, and we obviously wish him well and respect him a ton.
He has been the head coach. This is 30th season, but as a head or an assistant coach, Brian Severin has been with the Tigers for almost 3.5 decades. He was an assistant for 4 years before taking over the head coaching duties, and then he was a player here. In fact, was a member of the team's 1980 state runner-up championship team when I believe it was Helena Galtrey at that time. They put some time back on the clock, 40 seconds to go. It's 4th down and 15. Wallace will motion a man to the near side. Wallace drops. He throws deep right, and the pass is caught inside Waynoka territory, and a first down to the 43-yard line.
That's just a situation where you've got a player that just is kind of on a different level than everybody else, and you just need to get it in the vicinity of him. Last year we saw him make plays like that over and over again. Just get the ball close to him, and he's going to come down with it.
Merrick Judd picks up 30 yards on 4th and 15 with a big-time play through the air. His 17th catch of the year. Last year, he had 980 receiving yards on that team that was flat stacked with Jinlick as quarterback and Pippen the all-state running back. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 43-yard line with 8 seconds to go and the clock winding down. Timberlake looks like they will wait to snap it in quarter number 2. So we've played 12 minutes here from Bryant Severance Stadium in Helena. The score at the end of 1, a surprise, Waynoka 16. The Tigers nothing. We'll step aside for these messages on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
What a first quarter of action. 3rd-ranked Waynoka leading at top-ranked the defending state champion Timberlake 16-0. Welcome back here to the booth. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst to the crew. Waynoka forced Timberlake to turn over on downs on their first possession. The Tigers are 2 of 2 on 4th downs, including a 4th and 15 to end the first period for their own 27. Wallace again looking for Judd down the near side, and Judd can't quite haul in the pass. And he was pretty well covered that time by Cameron Newton, as well as you can against a speedster like Merrick Judd.
Yeah, and Judd, you saw him kind of shifted into an additional gear, and he got one hand on it. A lot of times last year, we saw him make some catches that were just like you thought he had no chance to catch it. The kid is an absolute stud.
Merrick Judd has gone over 2,000 receiving yards the last 2 years combined. A state runner-up finish in 2020 and a state championship win last year. Timberlake, if Pippen doesn't get hurt in the semifinals, probably is the back-to-back Class C state champions. 2nd and 10 to the 43-yard line. Wallace to throw. Drops to midfield. Now throws it deep again, looking on the near side. The ball is caught at the 15 to the 10. Still on his feet is Maverick Judd. He drags the defender with him inside the 5-yard line. So it was first Merrick and now Maverick Judd. And they connect for a big first down. It's going to bring up 1st and goal to go for the Tigers. And all of a sudden, they have started to air out the offense behind the arm of Avery Wallace. Line of scrimmage is at the 4-yard line, so it was a pass play of 39. Wallace rolling out right, under duress, tries to dump it off, and it's incomplete. So to bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 4-yard line. This will be the 12th play of this drive that has taken up the last 5:08 of the first quarter, and now the first 30 seconds here in the second quarter. So 2 big plays, one of 30, the other of 39, both through the air from Avery Wallace, who is a 58% passer on the season. I formation with Wallace and Judd. They'll toss it wide left to Judd. Can he get to the end? He gets a block from Sands, and he's in for the touchdown. Tell you, he needed that little bit of block from Carter Sands as he ran wide left. That was enough to get him in for the touchdown. That is his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, and a huge answer for Timberlake. Obviously, we talked about them needing to get some points put on the board, and they converted on some 4th and longs. And I think they found something here in the passing game that could be something for us to keep an eye on the rest of the way.
They'll go out of the swinging gate. The center is Carson Shepard. Avery Wallace, they motion a man to the near side. Now they'll throw it to the center, and it's caught. Carson Shepard for the 2-point conversion. Welcome to 8-man football. Timeout, 11:26 to play. First half, it's 16-8 Waynoka. This is the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
12 plays, 79 yards, the drive in 5 minutes and 42 seconds for Timberlake. And with the Merrick Judd run and the 2-point conversion pass to the center Shepard as they onside kick it, and the ball is free.
They got it.
Timberlake's come up with it. They have at the 49-yard line. Looks like the Tigers have come up with the football.
Oh, no, Waynoka has it.
And now they're saying it's Railroader football. And I'm not certain. I think it was Zaylen Flores that may have come up with it. I have no idea, Adam, how he came out of that skirmish with the football. The officials are gathering near midfield on the Timberlake Tiger logo. And I'm wondering if they are asking whether or not that ball could have been touched by Timberlake before it went 10 yards. I don't think that's the case, and there you see it. The white cap says no penalty, so Waynoka will have the football at the 49-yard line. $11:26 to play here in the first half. And if you like excitement, this has been 8-man football at its finest here in the first little more than 12 minutes of play. Well, that was a huge recovery by Zaylen Flores, the sophomore. Timberlake with a lot of momentum. Tegan Allison leads the offense back out of the field. Here we go. Fakes the handoff. Hurdles a defender, bounces out right. Close to the first down, and he's ran out of bounds out of the Railroader sideline at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, bringing up second down and short with 11:19 to play here in the first half. Second down and 4, Railroaders. They had snapped the football 11 of the game's first 13 plays. Timberlake just went 79 yards in 12 plays. Second down and 4. Inside handoff goes to Seeger.
Fumble.
Seeger's hit the ball, came out, and did Seeger dive on the football? I think he did at the 35-yard line.
And that bounced just back to him because it looked like it was about to bounce into Merrick Judd's hands.
So the Railroaders getting some bounces here on this drive to go their way. And with the fumble and the recovery, it's an 8-yard gain at the 36. It was Seeger that recovered it. 10:55 to play here in the first half. Waynoka back into Timberlake territory. Doubling up the Tigers, 16-8. Single setback is Jace Dunn. Tied in right is Landon Seeger, and now a timeout called by Tanner Allen. So we'll step aside. Early second quarter. Number 1 trails number 3 by 8. Here with the Squirtle Game of the Week.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
I need to correct myself. Jace Dunn was the one that carried, fumbled. Seeger was the one that fell under the 36. So Waynoka now out of timeouts after using the third here early in the second quarter. From the Timberlake 36, it's a keeper by Allison. Allison dances left, dives down to the 30, and he gets 6 more on first down. And that is exactly the story of this first half. The Railroaders, Adam, dominating this game on first down.
Yeah, they've been really impressive on a lot of positive yardage, obviously, on most of the plays that they're doing. They're finding a lot of success in the run game.
Told you that Timberlake has won 18 straight overall, regular and postseason games, since losing to the 2020 Class C State Championship game to Tyrone. Waynoka, meanwhile, has gone 10-1 in their last 11 regular season ball games, and they have scored 40 or more points 24 times under former Laverne Tiger Tanner Allen in his third season of Woods County. Second down and 4. Allison will keep it again on Reed. He has a first down as he slips on the cut to the 25-yard line. He was a yard past the first down marker when he had his feet slip out from underneath him. So to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Railroaders, officially down at the 24.
Well, and I like that formation that Coach Allen is calling it. It gets Merrick Judd out of the box, and he's obviously the guy making a lot of the plays here tonight. So anything they can do to get him spread to the wide side of the field is a good idea.
Tanner has seen something in the game prep this week with Tegan Allison running. He'd carried just for 175 yards in limited time in the first 5 games. From the 24 of Timberlake, inside handoff goes to Landon Seeger, and he is spun down. Much better job defensively by Timberlake, as leading the charge was Carson Shepard on defense. The gain goes to the 32, so it'll be a gain of just a couple.
Yeah, much better job that time up front by Timberlake. Shepard, just a sophomore. Great play there.
I said to the 32 to the 22, so it's a gain of 2. Second down and 8, and that is the second shortest gain on first down here in the first half for the Railroaders. Wide receiver to the far side, Cameron Newton. Dunn goes in motion. They hand it wide right, trying to sweep the end. He's hit, spins, and gets to the 20-yard line, and then is swallowed under. And it looks like Timberlake has made some really nice adjustments on that little sweep play.
Yeah, and that was a really good spin move there. On the edge by Jace Dunn. Otherwise, he'd have been knocked back about 3 or 4 yards.
Third down and 6, so a couple of 2-yard carries. One by Allison and that one by Jace Dunn. Obviously, 4-down territory for Tanner Allison and the Waynoka Railroaders. 8:18 to play here in the first half. 16-8 from Helena. 2 backs in an I formation behind Tegan Allison. He gets the snap. Allison.
Oh, nice.
Hands it off in this running room, coming left, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. Jace Dunn. How about that creativity by the Railroader coaching staff?
Well, just a little trick play, almost like a little fumble-rooski there. I don't know if you saw, Jace Dunn just stayed down low. Quarterback bluffed as if though he was going to roll out on a boot. Hands it to Jace. He's over the left side. There wasn't anybody near him.
How can you not like 8-man football? I mean, we've seen stuff that you can only do at this level here in the first half. Of the Railroaders lead it by 14 with 8:10 to play before halftime. The Rails tonight 2 of 2 on 2-point tries. Seeger and Dunn are in the backfield, split behind Tegan Allison. Allison under center, gives it to Dunn, running left. He's in for the 2-point conversion. So the Railroaders come right back and answer the Tigers' score to get the advantage back to 16. Timeout, 8:10 to play here in the first half of this 1 versus 3 showdown. Railroaders 24, the Tigers 8 on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture. It's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Seven plays, 51 yards. The second 51-yard drive for the Railroaders tonight. They lead Timberlake 24-8. And here's a little squib kick by Seeger, fielded at the 40, return to the 45, struggling up to the 47-yard line. And on special teams, it was Zaylin Flores, and I think the football came out. It did, right in front of the Waynoka sideline, and the Railroaders have come up with it.
Oh, that was huge. It looked like the running back was down, but it was almost like he took the ball away from him as they were falling to the ground.
I have covered Timberlake football for a long, long time, and I have never seen a team look as shell-shocked as they look right now. So after a fumble on special teams, Waynoka will take over at the Timberlake 46-yard line. And don't you know there's a lot of eight-man coaches around the state watching this or keeping track of it and really turning their heads at this Railroader team. 8:05 to play here in the first half. Railroaders dominating here in Helena at Brian Severn Stadium and Ray Trout Field. We tell you about Brian Severn. Ray Trout, if you're not familiar with him, he won a six-man and an eight-man championship and was one of the godfathers that helped organize eight-man football in Oklahoma. First and 10 of the 46, Singer the single setback. Inside handoff to Landon. Landon like a bull coming out of a bucking chute. Gets all the way down to the 39-yard line for a gain of 7. Railroaders are averaging over 6.5 yards per play on first down.
Yeah, just a lot of success out of multiple formations. It makes it really tough to prep for them and plan for them.
7:40 to play here in the opening half. Wide receiver to the near side, Cameron Newton. Dunn motions again. This time they give it to Jace around the left end, and he's hit.
Wow.
Good tackle that time. Kept him from getting the first down. Merrick Judd was the one that applied the pop, and the run comes to an end of the 38, so it's just a gain of 1. Second down, or make that third down and 2. Well, there's a big-time play by Merrick Judd.
That was a big hit, and you could tell Dunn got up, rattled from it a little bit. He's still a little bit wobbly. That was a big-time hit.
Jace Dunn, watch him as he lines up. Offset to the right of the line of scrimmage. Seeger is the single setback, tied in left. Now Allison is going to keep it, and he's hit and falls forward. He did not get there. He's to the 37, needed to get to the 36, so it's 4th and a yard. And the first real decision of the night, not much of one for Tanner Allen. 7:07 to play here in the first half. One of 2 games of the week going on the Squirtle family of networks tonight. The other going on in Choctaw. A big 6A2 matchup between Choctaw and Deer Creek that likely decides that district championship game. Cameron Newton flanked wide right. Tied in is Hunter Durkee right. Single setback, Seeger. Hand off to Dunn. He has the first down as he stumbles inside the 35 down to the 34. He picks up 3 on what was 4th and short. And the drive remains alive for the Railroaders. Tell you, he's having a great game out there. We've called him on special teams, but Zaylin Flores has done a good job blocking out front.
I agree. I couldn't agree with you. I love what Coach Allen's doing offensively. They're very multiple. What they're doing, it's tough to track the ball. They run dive. They run that quick game stuff with the guy in motion. That time they ran lead. It's tough to defend.
Cameron Newton, a junior, flanked to the near side. Tight ends left and right. Fake handoff. Allison keeps it coming left, and he slipped, and it's probably a good thing because Merrick Judd was about to take his head off after a gain of about 5, but it's coming back as there's a flag at the 35. It's a hold against the Railroaders, and that's their second such penalty here in the first half. Waynoka leading 24-8.
The game's been clean. There haven't been a ton of penalty flags thrown, considering all the action that's occurred. But, man, wouldn't this be a huge drive for Waynoka here?
So it'll be first down and 16. And the line of scrimmage back at the 44-yard line. Waynoka has overcome 2 holding penalties already for touchdowns. Hunter Durkee, 4 catches, a touchdown. Junior tight end right. Everybody in close. Allison under center. Hands it off to the I-back. That's Jace Dunn, and he's inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. So he gets 6 back. It's going to bring up second down and about 12. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half, so we're officially into the halfway point of quarter number 2. Boy, it feels like high school football season tonight. Wind really kicking up out of the north. It was at 14 miles per hour at game time. I think by the look of the flags in the northeast quarter of the stadium, it looks like it's up over 20 miles per hour. And Waynoka is going into the wind here in the second quarter. Second down and long. They'll motion Seeger. That's done. They hand it to Seeger, and Seeger is inside the 35 down to the 32. He gets 6, and it's going to bring a third down at about 8.
Well, another thing, you feel the wind here for sure. There is not anything on the north side of the stadium that's blocking the wind.
5:05 to play here in the first half. Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst with you, the Squirtle Game of the Week crew here in Northwest Oklahoma. 3rd and 8. Railroaders at the Timberlake 32-yard line. Dunn is flanked wide right to the near side. Cameron Newton. Tegan Allison looking over to Tanner Allen. Gets the snap. Now backpedals. Retreats. Wants to set up a screen. He's under pressure. Now he's going to run it. He's to the 35. Breaks a tackle. Leans inside and is hit at the 31-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 7. And Adam, he ran a good 15 to 20 yards to officially pick up just 1 yard.
Yeah, and it was a really good job by him to pump fake, which kind of lifted the defensive lineman in the air, gave him enough space to at least make something out of nothing.
Tanner Allen calling his quarterback over. Tegan Allison as well as Jace Dunn. Both are seniors. Wyatt Atwood out there at right guard is the only other senior starter. Everybody else comes back next year. And this is an offense that has churned up big yardage here for this first half and averages 52 points a game coming in through a 5-0 start. Railroaders will go for it. A passing look. Now Dunn motions to the short side of the field. Allison retreats. He's under pressure. Sets up a screen, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Seeger, and the pass was offline because he was buried that time by Caleb Ware, the sophomore out there at end.
Boy, and that would have went big if they wouldn't have made that play. That was a huge, huge stop for Timberlake.
If Ware doesn't get back there and pressure Allison, that's certainly a first down and maybe a touchdown. So for the first time tonight, the Railroaders turn it over on downs, and Timberlake will take over the 31-yard line with 3:54 to play here in the first half.
Well, Chief Meteorologist Randy Turney just gave me a weather update. It's 59 degrees with a north-northeast wind at 19 miles an hour.
It's dropped about 15 degrees since game time. Flag is down. Wallace to throw. We'll run it. 35. Dump truck down by Seeger at the 37-yard line, maybe the 38. But I would think it's coming back, and Timberlake already is starting to retreat backwards. It's an illegal shift against the Tigers. So it's only a 5-yard penalty, but it negates a 7-yard run on first down. So it'll cost them 12 yards in field position in a game that they have really struggled to get their wheels in traction. Down 24-8 here against number 3 Waynoka. The line of scrimmage goes back to the 26-yard line, first down and 15. Timberlake, Waynoka, and Medford, arguably the top 3 teams in C District 1, all 2-0 in district play. These two, the only unbeaten teams remaining in the conference. Back to throw, Wallace looking for Judd near side. He's double coverage, and it's incomplete. And Judd that time almost had to play defensive back as he tipped the ball away from Dyson Cunningham, the sophomore corner, who was in possession of an overthrown ball to intercept.
Yeah, and a good route there by Merrick. He kind of ran a little bit of a double move, but obviously Waynoka is paying a lot of attention to him because they had literally a third of their entire defense covering him on that ball.
Tyler Severin was out there with the field, and now he is coming off on second down at 15 of the 26-yard line. 24-8 our score. They split the backs to each side. Now Sands will motion back to throw Wallace. Throwing again near side. The ball's overthrown and almost intercepted. It should have been intercepted, but Tegan Allison juggled it, and when he controlled it on the near boundary, he was out of bounds. So a very poor throw by Wallace ends up at a break for the Tigers. Let's see if they can capitalize on third down and 15. Avery Wallace this year has thrown 10 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. He is a converted tight end. In fact, 2 of their top weapons in the backfield, Wallace and Sands, both played tight end on the state championship team a year ago with guys like Pippin and Ginlick in the backfield. 3rd and 15 to the 26. Wallace dances, has time, throws, and it's incomplete. And he may be having some problems with his touch with that big-time wind to his back, although he's acting like he thought Carter Sands may have been held.
Well, and you would think that they would punt here. With the wind behind them, down 2 scores with 3 minutes to go, I think that's what they're going to do.
One of the most competitive classes in Oklahoma high school football is we'll get a Timberlake timeout. That's their first. 2 more remaining for the Tiger coaching staff. Waynoka is out of timeouts. The Tigers last year became the 4th different school in as many years to win a Class C state championship. That dates back to the end of the run of 3 years by Tipton from 2016 through 2018. In 2019, Pond Creek Hunter won it. They defeated Waynoka in the championship game. In 2020, it was Tyrone over Timberlake, and the Tigers last year defeated Mountain View Gunnybo. Looking ahead to some key games in Class C District 1, Timberlake will play at Medford, Waynoka at Medford. The Tigers go to Grant County on 11-4. Waynoka will be there a couple of weeks earlier on October the 21st. In a game that at least looks like now will decide the final playoff team out of the district. Buffalo will be at Sharon Mutual. That game is coming up very, very soon on October the 20th. So the Tigers using their final timeout. C1 standings, Timberlake, Waynoka, and Medford 2-0, Sharon Mutual and Buffalo 1-1, Tyrone, Boys City, DCLA 0-2. The latter 2 are 0-5 each on the season. 4th and 15. Now motion, Judd to the near side. Wallace is going to keep it, and he is stuffed. Well, I don't know about that. He loses yardage to the 23-yard line. It's going to bring up a turnover on downs. Adam, you've got to punt that football.
Yeah, I don't know if they just don't have anybody that can punt it. I'm a little confused, but that might be the scenario, that they just flat don't have anybody who can punt it.
I can tell you the crowd down below us is not happy with that call at all. 3:26 to play here in the first quarter, and Waynoka will start for a 3rd time in Timberlake's into the field. Allison under center. Hands it straight ahead, and Seeger is off to the races and gone. So one play after they elect to go for it on 4th and 15. Landon Seeger behind Jake Hagelberg, the junior center, went untouched for 23 yards of the score.
And Waynoka just has all the momentum in this game, and they're just playing at a different pace and a different speed, and obviously, making things happen.
Well, this is an impressive performance, as impressive as I've seen by a team against the ilk of Timberlake in a long, long time. Seeger creeps up closer to Allison. Everybody in close, down to the backfield as well. They fake the handoff. Now they do get it to Dunn, trying to run wide right. He did not get there. So the first time tonight, Timberlake stiffens on the try for 2. And Waynoka's lead is 22, 30-8. Timeout, 3:21 to play first half from Helena on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
What do you think, partner? 30-8. Railroaders, you see on your screen, late first half.
Just like we drew it up, right?
Yeah.
We do need to give Coach Zachary some props on our pick'em show. He did pick Waynoka in this game. Now, obviously, he probably didn't think it'd be 30-8 at halftime. But
Ziegler will kick it away. It's a squib kick and followed on at the 49-yard line. And that's where Timberlake will have it. And they need some points going to the halftime locker room.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. This is, obviously Timberlake is not going to lay down. They're a championship team, so it would be huge if they could get a score here before the half, obviously, to just cut it back to 2 scores.
Halftime is an entirely different way of thinking, divided by this field. Waynoka does not want the first half to end. Timberlake cannot get to the locker room and make changes quick enough. From the 49-yard line, they'll option right. And on the keeper is going to be
Merrick Judd,
and he's wrestled down at the 47-yard line for a gain of 4. So they put Judd at quarterback out of kind of a wildcat formation, and he's able to get some positive yardage and advance the football into Waynoka's end of the field. You take away Merrick Judd's catch, a big catch of 48 yards earlier, and the Tigers have really been bottled up. Judd remains out there. No, it's Avery Wallace back there at quarterback. Maverick Judd in motion. Wallace throws it out left and bounces it short for Maverick Judd. It's 3rd and 6.
And he had him there, too. He had Judd. Judd had some space.
In the hometown partisan here at Brian Severn Stadium and Ray Trout Field started to get restless. They haven't seen this since Ringwood came in here all the way back in, I believe, 2017. Actually, 2019. 22-14 was the last Tiger loss in 2019 to Ringwood of this field. 3rd and 6. Judd rolls right. Judd throws on the run, and it's incomplete. And Maverick Judd was the intended receiver, and right there to time the hit was Tegan Allison.
And that time you almost kind of wish that after Judd avoided the tackle in the backfield that he just would have tucked the ball and ran. He could have probably got the 5 yards for the first down.
Instead, it's 4th down at 6 at the 47-yard line. Timberlake tonight already has tried for it on 4 fourth down tries. They're 2 of 4. Merrick Judd saying something to Tyler Severin, who had come out of the field. Tyler is calling the plays tonight. Now he will huddle the Tigers together. You know, I was exchanging messages this week with Josh Warman, who is in charge of the Timberlake defense. He said, we certainly miss Coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's been here for 30 years, but they have such great continuity with this staff. I mean, Garrett Powell has been with Brian Severin for over 2 decades, 23 years. I mean, once Coach Severin had to have the heart procedure done, these guys, I'm sure, were ready and knew their assignments, and this thing has just kept on clicking.
Oh, for sure. The sign of all great programs is, you keep a staff together, or you have great assistant coaches. The head coaches will always tell you they're only as good as the assistants that they have, too, as well. And I know Coach Severin would say the same thing about his coaching staff. So, but you see that in all the top programs, and they keep their coaches around. Or, maybe a scenario sometimes every once in a while where some of them leave and go on to have a lot of success in other places.
4th down, almost 5. The line of scrimmage is between the 44 and 45-yard line of Waynoka. They need to get to the 41-yard line to keep this drive alive. Sands will line up, offset left. One back in the backfield. Under center is Avery Wallace. He fakes the toss, runs right. Now dances in the backfield. He better hurry. Speed pursued. Reverses field and has the first down. Breaks the tackle. What a run by Avery Wallace. He's at the 30-yard line and punched down. And you want to talk about running miles for 4.5 yards. He did that plus some.
Boy, and that was he was running with intention too out there in the open field. Big time conversion. Timberlake.
17 yards, so on 2 of their 3 converted 4th down opportunities, they have hit Waynoka with big plays. That one for 17 and a first down to the Rails 30-yard line. Clock continuing to wind. 1 or 2.5 minutes now to play here from Ray Trout Field at Bryant Severn Stadium. I formation, they'll toss it to Judd. Judd hit, stays on his feet, spins, and then runs in to Landon Seeger. And Seeger will push him back from the 26-yard line. Well, it looked like once that Judd had the ball and started to sweep wide right, he was going to get more than just 4.
Yeah, and Waynoka has been great on the edge. Anytime that Timberlake has run, their power formations, whether it's them trying to run toss or trying to run a lead play, Waynoka has a good job of having that scouted out so far.
Eric Judd came in as the team's leading rusher, 255 yards. He dots the I with Sands in front of him. Wallace under center. 1:45 to play in the half. Fake handoff. Back to throw Wallace. Plenty of time. Rolling right. Throwing downfield. The ball is up for grabs, and it's incomplete. And it looked like it was Judd again they were looking for in the end zone, and he was double covered.
Yeah, that time it was Maverick. Obviously had the height advantage there. I'd like to see him maybe put a little bit more air under the ball there, but
there has been Judds here in Helena Goltry and Timberlake for as long as I can remember. And it looks like Maverick is in line to be the next great one. Just a freshman who came in with 2 touchdown catches on the season. 2nd down and 3. Out of the Wildcat, it's Judd. He will keep it. Maverick Judd with a first down. Spinning, staying on his feet. Look at this run. 10-5 touchdown. Or did they blow the play dead?
Yeah, they said he stepped out of bounds.
Okay, they said he stepped out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It is a run of 9 and a first down, but that was a spectacular run even after he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, I like that play call there. This time they faked they've been running that play on the power side and lining up some upbacks, and that time they faked it and ran in the opposite direction. Good play call.
It was indeed a great call from the 16 as he picks up 10 officially. Under center is Judd. Judd is going to cut inside. His hit stumbles inside the 10-yard line. And Judd is tackled to the 8, 1:25 and counting to play here in the first half. Timberlake is the only team that can stop the clock here in the final 95 seconds as they have just one timeout remaining.
Well, I'll say this, but for the first time on this drive, I've seen a lot of push up front from Timberlake's offensive line. That was a great job blocking that time.
Line of scrimmage is at the 8. They need to get to the 7, so Timberlake can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. This is a big possession for the Tigers, and they've used primarily Merrick Judd is the quarterback. Out of the Wildcat, high snap. He will keep it, trying to weave his way, and he's close to the first down. He needed 2, and he may have gotten that and no more as he's tackled to the 6-yard line. Clock continuing to wind down, 36, 35, 34 seconds now to play here in the first half, and we get a timeout. I think the Tigers will use their final of complimentary 3. Waynoka 30, Timberlake 8. Tigers, though, threatening here in the final seconds of the first half. Back to Helena in a moment on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Here we go. First down and goal to go, Tigers. Merrick Judd, the senior, is the lone setback. They have Avery Wallace, the quarterback, and the fullback Carter Sands lined up to the right side. There you see him, number 3 and number 44. It is a Wildcat run as Judd was stacked up, and he did not get there.
Got the first down.
And he did get the first down, so it'll bring up first down and goal to go. I had it third down. It was actually third and less than a yard at the 6. So Timberlake did not take that timeout. Tigers need to hurry. We're at 20 seconds to play here in the first half. Off-balance line to the right. It's Judd. Dives down, and he's inside the 1 and stopped there. So it'll bring up second down and goal to go from inside the 1-yard line. And the Tigers now will have to spend that final timeout with 13 seconds to play here in the first half. If you're Timberlake, do you feel better with the touchdown going to the halftime locker room? I mean, especially with the field position that they have afforded the visitors tonight.
Yeah, you obviously are going to be concerned either way, but obviously a touchdown here give you a little bit more momentum going in a half. The bad part about it is how do you stop Waynoka? You have not been able to stop them all night. Every possession, I believe they've scored on but one. But this would be huge to obviously put some more points on the board, especially if you could convert a two-point conversion too.
Keep in mind, because of the bad special teams play to start the ball game, essentially Waynoka's going to have the first two possessions to start the game. They won and deferred, and Timberlake got the football but couldn't recover a hot squib kick up the middle, and that set the stage for an offensive explosion of big-time proportions as the Railroaders took over at the 49-yard line. Timberlake has to be careful. If you don't get it in, you've got to get back to the line of scrimmage. There's only 13 seconds remaining, no timeouts. Two tight ends, left and right. Under center is Judd. He gets the snap, and he did not get there. Yeah, he did. Second effort, he's in for the touchdown. I'll be honest, I thought they stood him up.
I thought they did too.
And apparently the official said, nope, his forward progress was never stopped, and he just did get it in over the goal line. So a touchdown run for Merrick Judd, his second of the night. And that gives him 6 rushing touchdowns, and it's 30-14. They run out of the swinging gate. Carson Shepard, who caught a 2-point conversion earlier, is the sitter with the other 6 players to the left. Now they motion Judd to the near side. It's a keeper by Wallace, and he flips in for the 2-point conversion. Well, he flipped him head over heels, and all of a sudden, it's a 30-16 game with 9 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, what a big-time answer by Timberlake. That was huge for them to get 8 points put on the board here before the half with just 9 seconds left to go.
They overcame 4th and 6. They converted 2 of their 3 third down tries on that drive. And it is 30-16 Railroaders as we head towards halftime. Timberlake was last of the road out to Tyrone, a 404-mile round-trip visit to the Panhandle last week. In fact, their schedule is tough in terms of travel this year. They still have to go to Buffalo. They still have to go to Boise City.
Oh, goodness.
When you put Tyrone, Buffalo, and Boise City together, there are 3 road trips this year to district opponents. Encompasses 1,152 round-trip miles.
Oh, man. Well, with the way gas prices are, I'm going to have to pass a bond to pay your gas bill.
Timberlake in the past, or most of the time, has spent more time in an Eastern district than the Western district.
Yeah.
They are in C1 at least for this year and next year before the OSSA redistricts. That is a lot of time away from school, a lot of time away from your families. It's also an opportunity to bond when you're together that much.
Yeah, get to know each other, right?
So the Tigers will kick it off down 30-16 with 9 seconds to play here in the first half. It's going to be Avery Wallace to do the honors. He gets a running approach and boots it away, a good deep kick. It'll sail over Dunn's head. He has to pick it up for the 2-yard line. Jace Dunn with 5 seconds to play, trying to run around. Now will slide to a knee very wisely at the 9. And now the Railroaders will take one knee, and this first half will be relegated to the history books.
Well, I think Jace picked that up, thought maybe you'd have a little bit of a chance with it. Not a bad idea to drop to the knee there.
No reason to get cute.
Nope.
Take to a knee. Timberlake cannot stop the clock. And as a result, we will go to the halftime locker room with number 3 leading number 1. Under center is Tegan Allison. He takes to a knee, and that will do it. Final 5 seconds melt away, and we have reached the break at Bryant Severance Stadium in Ray Trout Field in Helena with the score, the Railroaders 30 and Timberlake 16. We'll be back to recap it after these messages. This is the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Big games and big players make big plays in those games, and that's been the case here with the first 24 minutes of football. Welcome back here to Timberlake High School in Helena. Waynoka leading Timberlake in a battle of Class C 8-man powers and a battle of 5-0 teams. At the break, it is 30-16. Allison, the quarterback for Waynoka, has a 1-yard touchdown run. He's thrown for a touchdown pass. He also has thrown for a couple of 2-point conversions. Dunn has a touchdown run, and Seeker a 23-yard touchdown run. And for the Tigers, it is the Swiss Army knife, Barrick Judd, that is the 2 rushing touchdowns, one of 4 yards, the other of 1 yard. That came in the closing seconds of the first half to cut the deficit down to 14 for Timberlake at 30-16. It's hard to think that a game that one team has dominated over the other so much could come down to a foiled missed 2-point conversion, but right now that looms large after the Railroaders' last touchdown with 3:21 to play before the break. Seeger scored from 23 yards out. Dunn was able to get home for the 2-point conversion, and again, that made it just a 30-point half instead of 32. And now a couple of 2-point conversions perhaps could give Timberlake the lead in the second half. There's a long ways to go. The Tigers are in the locker room scratching their heads. They have to be wondering what they have to do to slow down this Waynoka offense. And Tanner Allen right now has been playing video game-like numbers with the Timberlake defense in the first half. Very, very creative on his offensive play calling. And again, his Railroaders have led thus far from start to finish halfway through, 30-16. Winner of this game more than likely wins Class C District 1. Waynoka and Timberlake both must still play at Medford. Medford, though, is 3-2 overall, 2-0 in district play. And it looks like Sharon Mutual and Buffalo within battle for the 4th spot. Tyrone, Boise City, and DCLA are a combined 1-14 overall and 0-6 in the Loop. At halftime here from Brian Severance Stadium and Ray Trout Field, it's Waynoka 30, Timberlake 16. We'll take a break and have more on the Scornell Game of the Week.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care, We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. you've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Welcome back here to Brian Severin Stadium at Ray Trout Field, Helena, Oklahoma. Number 1, Timberlake, and number 3, Waynoka in Class C, 8-man football, and it's been all rails thus far, but 24 minutes for Timberlake to make a comeback, and they certainly have the capability to do that, trailing 30-16. Adam, I think it's fair to say that if they're going to come back, it really has to start in this first defensive series.
Yeah, they have not been able to stop Waynoka the entire game, so it's going to, like you mentioned, a stop would be huge here. Coming out the second half, that score they got right there before the half was huge, and obviously getting a stop here, getting the ball back, put it in the end zone, puts the pressure back on Waynoka.
How about our other Game of the Week crew, Mark and Sam, sitting on top of the concession stand tonight, doing one of the best 11-man games in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Choctaw leads that game 14-0 at half, which kind of a little bit of a surprising score. So
I had Choctaw and Deer Creek in the 6A2 state championship game, but Stillwater may have something to say about that.
I think so too. I think obviously Stillwater is all over fifth-ranked Sand Springs 44-0.
Both teams out ready for the kickoff. Now they are being sent back to the respective sidelines, and the reason why I think they're going to go ahead and wind the clock down. It's currently at 20 seconds. How about the job that Tanner Allen has done in Woods County? From 2014 through 2018, The Railroaders were just 2 games above 500, 26-24. And those 2 winning seasons were 6-4 and 6-5 campaigns in 2014 and 2016. They had 2 other 500 seasons, going 5-5 and 15-17, and 1 losing season in 2018 at 4-5. Since then, Waynoka has won 25 of their last 30. They are 20-5 in the last 2 regular seasons under Tanner Allen. The son of Laverne head coach Tim Allen, who actually is here in the booth tonight. And
yeah, we saw him tonight.
His son and the Railroaders take on the defending state champions in Class C. Here we go. They've readied the ball for play. The clock says 12 minutes. We're ready for the start of the second half. Sit back and relax and enjoy this one. We're glad to have it for you on Squirtle tonight and the Squirtle family of networks. Also, don't forget about Squirtle Pay Dirt going on Squirtle as well. A little squib kick. It's short. It's going to be picked up by Waynoka. And on the return is Wyatt Atwood. He manages to get all the way to the 40-yard line. The only team that could have touched that ball anyway was the team that did, and that's Waynoka, because that ball came nowhere close to going 10 yards. So the offensive field position for Waynoka, at least on their opening possession of the second half, has not become any more favorable for the Tiger defense. And really, it has been special teams on kickoffs that have really been a big part of this game.
Well, Timberlake was looking for that squib, that same squib that you've seen Waynoka do on the other side, but Wallace didn't get a hold of it very good.
Here we go, first down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Waynoka here in the third quarter will have the wind to their back. Let's see if they air it out a little bit more. Tegan Allison under center, hands it off to Seeger. He's hit, spins off contact, and then is drilled. Boy, he took a big-time shot from Maverick Judd, the freshman, as he manages to get 4 to the 36.
Yeah, good stop there by Judd, but just once again, just a simple dive right up the middle, that speed dive for 5 yards, and that's exactly what Waynoka is trying to do here as far as just success on first down.
Looked like to me it was the same play that he went 23 yards on for their final touchdown of the first half. 11:19 to play here in the third quarter. Second down and 6, Railroaders at the Timberlake 36-yard line. I formation. The give goes to Jace Dunn behind right guard Wyatt Atwood. He submarines down to the 32, so give him 4 of the 6 needed. It's third down and short.
Obviously third and manageable, and we know that both of these teams are not afraid to go for it on fourth down, so you got to assume they've got 2 downs to make about 2.5, 3 yards.
Waynoka converted their first 2 third-down tries of the first half, were 2 of 4 before intermission. 2 backs in the backfield, hand off to Seeger on a trap. He breaks a tackle at the 25 to the 20. He has a first down and more as he's tackled from behind at the 13-yard line. A run of 19, and about half of that coming after contact.
Yeah, just another great play call there. That quick dive that they've been running up the middle, they've been having a ton of success with it tonight.
Clock will continue to roll as they refresh the down marker across the way. First down and 10, Railroaders at the Tiger 13-yard line with 10.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Seeger the single setback, under center Allison. Dunn motions. And now before they get the snap back from Jake Hagelberg, we get a false start called against the Railroaders. They have had 2 holding penalties tonight and now a false start. The other 2 penalties have not cost them in Timberlake territory. Let's see if the Tiger defense can stiffen here as the line of scrimmage now is back at the 18. $10:25 to play here in the third quarter. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorse, Bryce and Tyler, our crew here tonight on location. From the 18, Dunn, not sure where to line up. Now flanks just off the right side of the line of scrimmage. They set him in motion, and the handoff goes to Dunn, racing left, and he's in trouble. Avery Wallace has him, but he takes Wallace on a free ride all the way down to the 11-yard line. So he picked up nearly the 5 yards of penalty back. Going to bring up second down for the Railroaders.
It's kind of interesting how they kind of switched the play call up there. They were in shotgun and decided to Allison decided to go up under center that time, but that's that same lead play that they've been running to have a lot of success with.
He managed to pick up 7 at second down and 8 in the red zone at the Timberlake 11-yard line. Seeger the single set back, same look. Dunn motions, and here comes a flag.
Good call, false start.
Yep.
False start on the tackle on the top side, the guard.
Yep, that's Zaylen Flores, the left guard. So That nearly negates the gain on first down, and the Railroaders shooting themselves in the foot here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. So it'll be second down and 13 back at the 16-yard line. Pay Dirt, hosted by Drew Baker. That is on Squirtle.tv, the Squirtle app, and Squirtle.com. Check it out. 8 of the top games in high school football will take you around the state back and forth to watch all the scoring action. Second and 13. Handoff again to Seeger. This time Timberlake is waiting on that little trap play. He'll pick up just 3 to the 14-yard line. It brings up third down and a long 9.
And, man, this would be huge for Timberlake, obviously, if they could find a way to get a stop here.
Third down and 10 at the 14 of Timberlake. Obviously, 2-down territory for the Railroaders. Even if they don't come up with points, this drive is 3.5 minutes in duration and counting. Landon Seeger has a touchdown run. That is his 9th of the year. He's in the backfield. This time out of the gun, it's Allison. He rolls right, throws it back. And that is
Nice
the tight end, Hunter Durkee. Durkee inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line as he's going to pick up very close to the needed yardage to gain. It's going to bring up fourth down for the Railroaders and a little throwback play.
Yeah, I like that play call there. That was had everybody kind of fooled out to the twin side of the field and slipped the tailback, kind of almost like a screen play. I'll tell you what, Maverick Judd did a great job there. Otherwise, they're scoring.
Fourth down, a long 3. The line of scrimmage at the 5. Railroaders will go for it. There are 8 minutes now to play here in the third quarter. Trying to build their advantage back to 3 scores. Under center is Allison. They split the backs. They hand it off to Dunn. Running left. Breaks contact into the end zone for the touchdown. He ran right over Avery Wallace, I believe. And once he got to the corner, Jace Dunn, the senior, with good foot speed, was able to get inside the pylon. And what a first drive to start the second half for the Railroaders.
Yeah, just absolutely huge for Waynoka. Waynoka now back with carrying the momentum again and putting this thing up to 3 scores.
Dunn has a 2-point conversion and now a pair of touchdown runs. 1 of 20, that one of 5 yards, and it's 36-16 as they'll go for 2. Inside play goes to Seeger on the try for 2. He stacked up and did not get home. They denied him right at the doorstep. So for the second consecutive touchdown, the Railroaders try for 2 fails. Timeout, 7:46 to play, third quarter. It's Waynoka in this top 3 showdown in Class C, leading Timberlake 36-16 on Squirtle.
With over 24 flavors of iced tea, HTO is your new destination for the best premium water and iced tea in all of Oklahoma. Offering around 500 drink combinations and half-price tea during happy hour, this is your ultimate tea playground. With a location open in Ardmore and numerous locations coming soon, including the Village in South Oklahoma City, be sure to stop by HTO and experience the best tea you've ever sipped on.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
7 plays, 60 yards. Make that 40 yards. The Railroader drive, and Waynoka leads 36-16. As the Rails get set to kick it off, Timberlake coming in and allowed a total of 44 points, no more than 26 in one game. A little squib kick is fielded to the 40-yard line, and on the return is Maverick Judd, and he is grabbed by the ankles and then pushed backwards at the 41, so he made it just 1 return yard. Still good starting field position for the Tigers with 7:41 to play here in the third. Timberlake had allowed 44 points, and both of those came in their first 2 games. The most they had allowed was 26 in their closest game since 2020 in a regular season victory over Covington Douglas. That was against the Wildcats on this field. They gave up 26. They allowed 30 to Waynoka in the first half. First down and 10 for Avery Wallace and company, or is that Judd? Looks like it's Judd out of the Wildcat. That's Wallace. He'll run left. Avery with some running room outside the numbers. First down to 50, and the ankle's out of bounds in Railroader territory.
That was a good job there by Maverick Judd on the edge and the line. Great job blocking.
Line of scrimmage is at the 44, so he will pick up 15 yards on a quick quarterback keeper. Avery Wallace coming in and run for 5 touchdowns and 254 yards. That's his longest run tonight. Maverick Judd is in the backfield. Sands is lined up tight end right. Wallace turns and hands it off to Judd. Judd was hit about the 42 and drug 2 defenders with him to the 40 for a slight gain. It's going to bring up second down as we go to 7.5 to play here in the third quarter. Second down and 6 at the 40-yard line. Merrick Judd just hits the hole so quickly.
Yes, he does. And Waynoka's done a good job of getting multiple people on him because he's one of those guys that'll slip away from a tackle quick.
Judd is wide to the far side. His freshman brother Maverick is wide left. The direct snap to Wallace. He'll run left, and Wallace is hit hard out of bounds into the Tiger sideline at the 35-yard line. And it's going to be a couple of yards short of the yardage to gain, so we'll see right here on fourth down, or make that third down and 3.
First time we've seen really Timberlake have third and manageable. It seems like they've been in really bad situations in third and then had to force themselves in the fourth and longs.
All year they have dominated first and second down, not tonight. Third down and 3 at the 36 of the Railroaders. 3-man front. Wallace fakes the handoff. He'll keep it with running room. Drags a would-be defender with him. That's Jace Dunn, who tried to ankle tackle him inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 9, and that was just sheer determination by Avery Wallace.
Yeah, just a much better offensive possession here for Timberlake. Any of the other touchdown drives we saw took big plays, and this one's just kind of an actual drive of, running the ball and being, multifaceted.
Sands in the backfield, the Judds, Merrick wide right, Maverick to the near side. And now it's a keeper. Wallace running right is hit and tackled. Boy, good play defensively. That was Landon Seeger, one of their leading tacklers of the season. Stops him just shy of the 25, just a gain of about 1.5 yards. Well, it looked like when he took off, he was going to pick up a lot more than 2. But Landon Seeger made a great defensive play. The left guard is Caleb Ware. He's number 88. Wide receivers to both sides. Sands is lined up left. They motion Jed on the jet sweep of the handoff. He slipped and was hit in the backfield and then spins forward for 1 yard to the 25. He got away from initial contact from Jace Dunn.
I think that's a situation where Judd probably, didn't need to cut up. He cut up too quick. I think this was a situation where he wanted to get the edge.
Pete Gwynn has come in, a junior, number 13. 2 receptions, 35 yards. 1 catch for 20, the other for 15. Maverick left, Merrick wide right. On 3rd and 7, Wallace looking right for Merrick Judd, who comes back, makes the diving catch. And that's going to be enough for the first down as he made the catch at the 28-yard line.
He's about 1 yard short, Todd.
And you're right.
It's about 2.
1.5 yards. The line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line.
What about this press box? Man,
it's really nice.
It is a very, very nice press box.
Can work at larger schools and not have this. Wallace will keep it on a quarterback draw. Did he get there? It's going to be close.
Yeah, it looks like they gave it to him.
Boy, it was close. Went right behind Carson Shepard. And it will be a first down.
It sure beats calling a game on top of a concession stand in rain.
Sure it does, or where Tyler's at tonight upstairs on top of the
roof. We've been so used to this crazy heat that we've had. We finally get a little bit of some fall weather, and, man, it has definitely got a chill to it out there. But, I mean, it's, week 6 of the football season, and it ought to be cold, right?
4:15 to play. You're exactly right. Sweaters, long-sleeve shirts, and blankets, not shorts and flip-flops. From the 16, Wallace rolling right, throws back left,
Good
and
ball.
has Gwynn to the end zone.
Oh.
Did he hold on? No, he did not. He had it at his fingertips, and he took a big-time hit that time from Cameron Newton. Right as the ball hit his hands, and he could not hold on. Gwynn nearly had his first touchdown reception of the year.
Boy, I really like the play call there. That was a
do too.
great play call, great execution, just good hit. I mean, he tried to come down with it, but it was a great hit.
Tyler Severin has really done a good job calling plays here in this third quarter. Boy, it is a quickly played quarter at that, 4:12 to play. And it's 36-16, Waynoka, second down and 10. And it's Wallace that keeps it running left and picks up a yard to the 15. Jace Dunn was in there on the stop, also the tackle, Hunter Durkee. Tell you what, the Railroaders really run well to the football.
Yeah, it's been really impressive to watch them up front. They've really limited Timberlake's big plays, and that's kind of what Timberlake feasts on.
11th play of the drive started with 7:41 to go in the third. We're at 3:41 to play here in the quarter. 2-down territory for the Tigers. They trail by 20 points. Sands in the backfield. Wallace out of the gun. Gets the snap. Avery dancing, looking left. Now runs. A flag is down. Wallace gets out of a tackle at the 11. He's to the 10, to the 5-yard line. Finally brought down, but it's coming back as there was a hold. The tackle made by Cameron Newton. That flag was thrown back at the 19, which actually is 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It is indeed a hold against Timberlake. Tigers under Brian Severin have made postseason trips 23 of the 29 seasons. They have been remarkable. A stable of consistency and excellence here in Helena. So after the penalty is marked off, the line of scrimmage goes back to the 25-yard line. Brings up third down and 15.
Yeah, look for the ball to go to Judd here, I think.
Judd's in the backfield. High snap. Wallace options right. Fakes the pitch. He's got some running room. 20 to the 15. Or stop just short of the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that was a right idea there. Wallace, they all ran towards Judd. I don't know if you noticed as the pitch man.
So he gains to the 16. It's going to bring up fourth down and 10 as the play comes in again from Pete Gwynn. Tigers must find a way to keep this drive alive and get points. 2:45 to play here in the third quarter. 36-16. You see the score. Number 3, unbeaten Waynoka leading defending state champion Timberlake here on the road. Sands and Judd are in and I. Wallace will go under center. Carson Shepard to snap it. They toss it to Judd.
Throwback.
Running left. Now he's going to throw towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was looking for his brother Maverick Judd, and he was double covered in the back of the end zone. I think that play maybe was drawn up in the back of the Judds during a holiday party.
Yeah, it looked like the other option there was to throw it back to Wallace on the other side of the field, and to be quite honest with you, there was not anybody within 20 yards of Wallace after he threw the toss.
So Waynoka will take over on downs at the 16-yard line with 2:29 to play here in quarter number 3. And now Timberlake must find a way to get a stop on defense.
Yeah, this is not become a need to. This is, like you said, a must. And obviously, if you're Waynoka, don't need to get cute. Just keep doing what you're doing. 5 yards and a cloud of dust.
Out of the gun is Tegan Allison. He'll fake the handoff. He runs left with some running room. Outside the numbers, a first down. Angles left and out of bounds at the 30. One flag is down. Now a late flag comes into the end of the play, so we may have offsetting penalties here. As clearly looked like Tegan Allison was hit out of bounds late on the Waynoka sideline.
Well, you're gonna start seeing some of the frustration from Timberlake.
Let's see what the flag is on this side of the field. Then there was one again as Allison was hit near the boundary. Here's the white cap. It is blocking in the back against the Railroaders. Dead ball, personal foul against Timberlake. So they should offset, although it's a dead ball foul against Timberlake, so that will be assessed. Tanner Allen is out there on the field for the Railroaders. So a block in the back against Waynoka. A personal foul against Timberlake. They will mark the infraction off from the 26-yard line. That's where the block in the back occurred.
And then
then they'll mark 15 yards off from there, and it will be a first down for the Railrunners. And the ball will be at the 31-yard line. So after all is said and done, it ends up close to where the run ended and a 15-yard play with penalties. .2:23 to play here in the third quarter. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst on Squirtle tonight. Adam had a good one last week. A couple of 6 or 5A heavyweights in Del City and McAllister last week.
Yeah, there were a lot of special players on that field, and the McCarty kid is a treat if you have an opportunity to watch him play.
First and 10 of the 31, quarterback keeper, and he's tripped up, and he falls to the 34-yard line. I don't even know if he played last night. They were just dominated by Coweta, who has state championship aspirations in 5A.
Yeah. Coweta, we'd heard a lot of really good things about Coweta, but I didn't realize that McCarty had gotten hurt, which, I know that sounds strange in a 5A game, but I'm telling you, that McCarty kid is as talented as anybody I've seen since I've been calling games. He's a special kid and makes a huge difference on both sides of the ball. You don't see that a lot in 5A.
Eric McCarty against most schools can get by with not being 100%. Even Superman has trouble against a team like Coweta, not 100%. Second down at 7 of the 34. They switch Durkee, the tight end, to the left side. They run that way as they hand it off to Landon Seeker, and he is across the 40, just stopped shy of the 41-yard line. So it's going to be third down at half a yard with 90 seconds and counting to play here in the third quarter.
I'll tell you, Seeker runs hard. He's fun to watch. They got a lot of different style of runners. That's another thing too that wears on you. It's each one of those guys carries it a different way from Allison to Dunn to Seeger. We haven't seen them have to throw the ball a whole lot, but man, they've had a lot of success running it.
Third down at half a yard from the 40-yard line. Everybody in close. Look for a sneak here from Allison, and Timberlake will give them a first down. They jump to the right side of the line, and Caleb Ware is just disgusted with himself. So a free first down to the 45-yard line, and I wonder if Allison got him with a hard count right there.
I need to give a shout out to Mickey Zachary. She is out listening. Her dad, David, was on the
super good guy.
Oh man, he was so fun to have on the show. It was great to not only listen to his picks, which he picked Waynoka in this game, but just to also listen to him tell stories and talk about what it takes to win a gold ball. And I think we may be having him on again sometime.
First down at 10, Waynoka at the 45-yard line. Final 40 seconds here of the third quarter. They fake the handoff. Allison will run right, leaps over a defender. It still gets almost to midfield. He leaped over Avery Wallace, who had him dead to right behind the line of scrimmage, and he turns it into a 4-yard gain to the 49.
Can you jump over people? I thought they took that rule.
Tyler Severin, I think, is saying that too. He's out there with the field. The play will stand in this second down and 6, and that will take us to the fourth quarter. So 12 minutes to go in this C1 matchup, and Waynoka leading at Timberlake 36-16. We'll step aside and return after these messages for the fourth quarter on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Back to school. Now your worries about the kids going over on their data plans are back. Mom and Dad, this is for you. Right now, make the switch to Pioneer's unlimited data plans. Don't let data overages and high cell phone bills be something you stress about this school year. We have a plan for everyone. Let Pioneer handle your worries by stopping at a local office today to learn how you can save. Visit gopioneer.com for details. Some restrictions may apply.
Tigers have a mountain to climb, only 12 minutes to get to the summit. They trail by 20, 36-16 as we welcome you back to Timberlake High School on the Squirtle Game of the Week. Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorse, Bryce Miller, no relation, but he wishes he was, and Tyler Kerr on the cameras.
I knew that was coming.
No, you didn't. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line. It's true, though. Allison out of the gun, hands it off on the first play of the fourth quarter to Jace Dunn, and he is bound back after he reached the line of scrimmage at the 49. So the mystery has been solved. There have been Judds here at Timberlake forever, and I was wondering who Maverick and Merrick belong to. Well, it's Logan Judd. I remember Logan Judd as a player here at Timberlake High School. He, his brother Mitchell, and Nick, all three terrific athletes, and both of those boys belong to Logan. And I guess he has 2 more sons coming up. That's good news for the Tigers, and they're faithful in the future. 3rd down and 6 at the 49-yard line. 35 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. One back set is done. They fake the handoff. Allison keeps it. He's hit. Ball is free. It's picked up and then fumbled again, and then Timberlake recovers it at the 44-yard line. It was nearly a scoop and score from one of those aforementioned Judd brothers. Maverick Judd, if he's able to handle it cleanly and then not fumble it again, he probably takes it for a touchdown. Instead, a big break here early in the fourth quarter goes the way of the Tigers.
Well, a situation where Maverick tried to pick it up once. Smart move by the youngster to just fall on it. I know he had a lot of green grass in front of him, but obviously you got to get the possession.
Tigers 1st down and 10 at the 44-yard line with aces wild. 11-11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Wallace looking left for Judd. He makes the catch, and the defender falls down. And Judd is off to the races, and Judd will score a touchdown. That is Maverick Judd.
Big-time play by the freshman.
2 big-time plays by the freshman. The fumble recovery and a 44-yard touchdown reception. He leaped in the air, took it away from the defender, who then fell down, and then he had nothing but green grass between him and the end zone for a touchdown. What a huge play for the Tigers.
Look at this formation, Todd.
Wallace will toss it towards the goal line. It's batted in the air and caught for the 2-point conversion.
It's a 12-point game now.
It was actually Merrick Judd. Avery Wallace tipped the ball, and then it was caught for the 2-point conversion. I don't know if that's how they drew it up or not, but that worked pretty well.
He threw a little underhand pass. So really, that formation was super interesting. They had him spread all the way across the field and just direct snapped it to Judd, which you've got to obviously recognize him. And a couple of defenders came up, and so he tried to underhand pitch it. And like you said, ball tipped off of one guy and landed the other. It's kind of those, look what I found.
I'm not certain who it was that ended up catching the conversion, but it was off the deflection of Avery Wallace. It almost looked like a volleyball set.
Yeah, I believe it was a 28 Blake Choate.
Blake Choate, the sophomore end. So one play after the Waynoka fumble, and the Tigers are back in this thing with 58 seconds gone in the fourth quarter.
Todd, what about this score? Balco Forgan leads Shattuck 42-28.
Balco Forgan was my pick to win Class B. A lot of people like Laverne. I'll tell you who the team to beat might be, and that is just close to here in Enid, Oklahoma Bible Academy.
And Garber's making a comeback on Palm Creek Hunter. Palm Creek Hunter led that game 32-0, and it's now 38-22.
Garber trying to get healthy. We saw them a few weeks ago, and they were banged up and just absolutely dominated at Covington Douglas. Avery Wallace will kick the ball away. He's got a good leg. This time it's a pooch kick to the near side. Waynoka will nearly dive on it. It was picked up by Dunn, who then falls forward at the 26-yard line. 11:01 to play here in the football game, and all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game again at 36-24, and you truly, truly feel like Old Mo is right down below us here on the home side.
Yeah, we've seen this happen here before. Tom and I called it Covington Douglas Timberlake game a few years ago here, and Tigers were down big in that game and came back and ended up winning in double overtime. So we've seen double-digit scores disappear here quick, and that can happen in 8-man.
They've won 20 straight at home, overall 18 straight regular season and postseason wins, and there's another false start against the Railroaders.
I think they're going to call.
No, it's offsides against Timberlake. Good eyes. So it's first down and 5, and the line of scrimmage is at the 31-yard line. Well, that will deflate momentum in a hurry when you start inflicting mistakes on your own self. And that is 2 crucial offsides calls in the last 2 defensive series for the Tigers. 11:01 to play in the ballgame. 36-24 our score. Wide right is Cameron Newton. To the near side is Jace Dunn. Seeger in the backfield. They hand it off to Dunn. Cuts inside. He's got running room across the 40, and he's down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 13, and the last line of defense for Timberlake made the tackle.
It's just been very easy all night long for Waynoka. They have found a lot of success running the ball. Like we talked about, they have not even had to try to throw it.
10.5 minutes to play. One of these 2 teams will have the inside track down the home stretch in the C1 race. More than likely would be at home for 2 playoff games. The other would have to go on the road for the second round if they finish district runner-up. First and 10, Railroaders at the 44-yard line. Handoff again to Seeger, and he dives across the 45, and it's touchdown to the 46-yard line. Avery Wallace was in there on the touchdown.
At that time, Timberlake actually got a little push up front and rocked the guard back into the backfield, and it's very few times have we seen tonight that Waynoka hasn't gashed it for about 5 yards at minimum a carry, and that time only picking up a couple.
You know, these 2 schools play in most sports. They haven't always played annually in football. Since 2000 and around 2000, this is only the 8th meeting between these 2 Northwest Oklahoma schools. On second
Nice
and 8,
play.
handoff and a great play in the backfield. Jace Dunn tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Carner Sands for a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 10, and now do we see the Railroaders go to the air with 9:25 to play.
I watch them run a freeze play here to try to get them to jump off sides, and they've been really good at doing misdirection stuff. Obviously, you got to think that probably two plays.
Cameron Newton tied in right. The tight end left is Hunter Durkee. Back to throw is Wallace, rolling right. Wallace is dancing. That defends 2 defenders. Now runs up the right sideline and is tackled out of bounds. Shy of midfield to the 47-yard line. So after all that, he only gets 3. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 7 with 9 minutes to play in the ballgame.
What a play by Sands there. My goodness. He came all the way across from the other side of the field and ran Allison down to get him out of bounds.
Allison came in completing 68% of his passes. He averages only 50, well, not averages, but has only completed 36 of 53 through 5 weeks. And again, that has been in limited duty because their wins this year have been 48-14, 48-6, 52-38, 52-6, and 50-14. 4th down and 7, Railroaders at their own 47-yard line. They're in punt formation, and this time they do punt it away. It's a high punt into the wind. Timberlake says get away from it. It's going to take a Waynoka roll and be down at the 32-yard line. It's not a bad punt, especially into that brisk north wind. And Tanner Allen says we'll play this with our defense.
Man, that thing got high up in the air.
A punt of just 20 yards into the wind, but the Tigers will start back at their own end of the field on the 33-yard line.
Choctaw just scored again to go up 22-3 on Deer Creek.
1st and 10, Tigers at their 33-yard line. Avery Wallace out of the gun, throws it near side. He's got Judd again to the 45, to midfield, to the 40, to the 30. Stiff arms a tackle, and he's gone. The freshman to the pay dirt for another touchdown.
Big time. They found something they like with the youngster Judd.
Boy, he gave a great stiff arm about 25 yards downfield, and after he swatted the defender away, he turns it into a 67-yard catch and run for a score. And with a 2-point conversion here, it's a 4-point game with 8:47 to play.
Just huge, huge answer by Timberlake.
They go with a swinging gate. Wallace will try to run it in for 2, and he walks it in. Got out of an ankle tackle that time, was able to walk it in, and it's a 4-point game. Timeout, 8:47 to play at Helena. Waynoka 36, Timberlake 32 with the Squirtle Game of the Week.
For over 50 years, Tulsa Tech has helped people find new career paths, jobs, and a successful future. We've partnered with Tulsa businesses to grow our economy and help train the workforce of our community. During these uncertain times, one thing is for sure. Tulsa Tech will be here when life returns to normal, helping people make their own path. We will get through this together.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Avery Wallace, a short kick, returned from the 40-yard line. Right side, 45 to midfield and out of bounds. And I think that was Landon Seeger on the return. 3 plays, 111 yards of offense. 2 touchdowns for Timberlake. And with 8:41 to go, this crowd is alive and well here at Bryant Severance Stadium. It's 36-32 Railroaders.
Well, the old ball coach, Randy Turney, just shot me a text and brought up a good point. It's difficult to double both Judds. You only had so many people, and I think they found something there that they like.
First and 10 to the 49-yard line. Who says he's just a basketball coach? Done the handoff, some running room into Timberlake territory down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of almost 7 on first down, and they go right back to Jace Dunn after he had fumbled on the previous play.
Yeah, I like that. And another big first down run like we talked about. They have been capitalizing on first down every time.
Second down and a long 3 at the 44-yard line. I stand corrected. That was 2 offensive possessions ago that Jace Dunn fumbled, and that opened the window and the door for Timberlake to get new life. Tight end left is Seeger. Dunn is in the backfield. Wide left is Newton from the 44. Handoff to Dunn. Spins. Good run after contact. And dives to the 40-yard line, a gain of 4. They tried to ankle tackle him. They tried to hit him up high. Neither one worked, and then he stumbled to the 40. Big first down for the Railroaders. This is their biggest offensive possession of the night with under 8 minutes to play here from Bryant Severance Stadium at Ray Trout Field in Helena.
Well, this drive's got everybody on their feet. People on the Waynoka side were a little more relaxed until the last couple possessions.
Seeger is tied in left. One back set is done. They fake the handoff. Now this time it is Allison with some running room. Behind the right guard, Wyatt Atwood. He manages 4 as he gets to the 36-yard line.
It just makes it so difficult what they do. They, Coach Allen does a great job of using the running back game, using the motion man, using the fullback, and so it makes it hard on the defensive side to know who's going to get the ball every time.
Tanner Allen, since he's been the head coach at Waynoka, this is a stat that I don't think is talked about enough with this Railroader team. This is their 11th road game, true road game under Allen. They are 9-1 in their previous 11.
That's
against
impressive.
the team that rarely loses, hasn't lost to this field in the last 20 games. Handoff, sweeping left, done with some running room. 35 angles left and out of bounds. A first down run near the 29-yard line. They're putting it right at the sticks at the 30. They're saying move the sticks. So a good run by Jace Dunn. He knew exactly where he needed to go.
Yeah, and that time Dunn did a good job of hesitating and waiting for his blocker and then bumped it outside. But, man, if Waynoka can do what they want here and put this thing in the end zone, it's just going to be kind of what we've been seeing all night offensively.
The Railroaders do such a good job in ball control. I mean, they have really shortened this game tonight. Tied in right, Hunter Durkee. Tied in left. One back set. This time it is Allison on a quarterback draw, and he gets 5 to the 25-yard line. And it was Carter Sands that was the one that tripped him up. So second down and 5, under 6.5 minutes to play.
Watch Coach Allen here bleed this play clock down.
It's only at 25, and they're just now huddling up. Coming in for the Tigers is Gentry Nickel, a sophomore, number 5.
And that's what Allison, the quarterback, is telling his guys, hey, we're going to break this huddle around 10 and take this clock all the way down.
A lot of youth out there for the Railroaders, but not in the key positions, including Tegan Allison, a senior. Now they're going to snap it with under 5. Allison hands it off, and that is Seeger, and he has a first down to the 20-yard line. Well, that's demoralizing. You take 35 seconds off the play clock, or 34, should I say, snap it late, and then get 5 on a first down carry.
I love the play call, too. You've been seeing him doing that quick dive play, and that time Allen did a good job of pushing his receiver all the way out below the numbers to get that cornerback out of the box, and just one less guy you have to worry about blocking.
5.5 minutes to play. Timberlake within 4. It's the closest they've been since it was 8-0 Railroaders early in the ball game. Seeger is lined up left. In the backfield is Dunn. Flank this way.
Oh, goodness.
Newton. And a high snap, and Waynoka is going to have to fall on it. Dunn all the way back at the 40-yard line. That's a loss of 20.
Man, and that just seemed like that was just a really, not only was the snap high, but it was very hard.
We have not seen any problems with Hagelberg, the junior center, and Allison of the quarterback center to quarterback exchange. Officially a loss of 19 back to the 39, and a heads-up play by Dunn just to get down to the ball and not try to run and get some of that yardage back.
Well, the way Waynoka's running the ball, they just need to run offense here. They've got essentially 3 plays, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down. You know they're going to go for it.
4:37 to play in the ball game. 36-32 Waynoka. Play clock already down under 10. It's 2nd down and 19 for the Tiger 39. Back to throw is Allison. He's in trouble. Now flush for the pocket. A flag is down. Allison is going to scramble, and he's finally hogtied, and that is a horse collar tackle at the 34-yard line. The Tigers are saying they did not horse collar, but the official right there is it was a high tackle up near the shoulder pads. Immediately threw the flag. We're going to have 2 different penalties on this play.
So you're going to have a hold, and I think they'll measure both, right?
Hold against Waynoka. Personal foul, face mask. It wasn't a horse collar. They offset, so they'll redo. 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
I'm not so sure. For the first time, I questioned the play call a little bit. The kind of success you've been having, the kind of chunks you're getting running, it looked as if, though, they were trying to get something quick, and Timberlake's rush was far enough back.
Well, this Timberlake crowd really coming to life here in Helena. Guy right in front of us said, I think the Tigers have hope now. Well, they've had hope for some time. They've dominated this 4th quarter. 4:15 to play in the football game. 2nd down at 19 Railroaders. Back to throw. Allison for the 49. Throwing deep left. He's got Dunn. Dunn at the 15 is tackled to the 10-yard line. And it was a touchdown-saving tackle by the linebacker, Avery Wallace. If that ball doesn't hold up just a little bit, that is a touchdown.
What a fantastic play call. I will not question you, Coach Allen, any longer.
29 yards gets them out of a 2nd and 19 at the 39-yard line. Hey, you can't. You used to coach football.
Well, the thing is, in 8-man is so hard. You got to account for everybody, and what a great job leaking the running back up the sideline. The hardest thing in 8-man for that is to give your quarterback enough time to complete that play.
4:05 to play in the ball game. Waynoka trying to move it back to a 2-score game. Single setback, 2 tight ends. Now they'll run the power game. It's Seeger. He's hit at the 5, spins, and is tackled at the 3-yard line. And there was some good running room behind the tight end of that side, the right guard, Wyatt Atwood.
And, man, after the miscue at the snap over the head, Waynoka still strikes. They just have been having a ton of success offensively in this game.
You can tell just by watching this ball game the confidence that Tegan Allison and Tanner Allen have with each other. Allison almost always goes over to his head coach to get the play.
Yeah, Allison I've been really impressed with him tonight. Very steady, has run the ball really well, and he's completed passes when he needs to. That was a beautiful ball he threw.
2nd and goal to go at the 3-yard line. 2 backs behind Allison. Handoff, running left. That is Seeger diving for the pylon, and he's down inside the 1. And it was the Judds Maverick and Merrick that kept him out of the end zone at least for one more snap, but it's going to be 3rd down and goal to go.
I thought he reached the ball over the pylon, but
looked like the ball was inside the 1. They're clearly putting it at the 1-yard line. Railroaders will bleed that clock again. Clock has stopped. The game clock as Seeger was hit out of bounds. 2:50 to play. Wide receiver Jace Dunn. Seeger is in the backfield. Jake Hagelberg will snap it as Allison goes under center. And Allison will try to go for it himself. He gets a push from his teammates, and he is in for the touchdown. Late signal, but he did get in for the touchdown, and that is a championship-caliber drive and answer by the Railroaders.
Yeah, it looked bleak because the center got stood up, but it was a good job. Like you said, Allison kind of rolled off the center and found a little crease and fell into the end zone.
He also had some help from behind. Landon Seeger, his running back, was trying to give him a push from behind. Now it's a 10-point game, a chance to make it 12. There's a flag down. The penalty was against Timberlake. I think it was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And if so, that would be assessed on the kickoff. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers. A huge crowd, as you might expect here in Helena tonight for a showdown that you don't get very often in the regular season. Number 1 and number 3, I think these two, along with Tipton, are the 3 that will battle for the gold ball. So Waynoka will go for 2. They have not converted the last 2 touchdowns. Allison under center, hands it off, running left, done, hemmed in, cuts back right, and he's in. And it's 44-32, 2:37 to play. Back after these messages on the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
It's time to stop worrying about what's for dinner. Whether you're planning an event or just need meals at your doorstep, let Devlin prepare and deliver fresh food wherever and whenever you need it. Choose from our variety of fresh catering and prepped meals and enjoy the delicious, nutritious food you deserve. Do what you do best while Devlin takes care of the rest. Visit devlinllc.com to see what we can do for you.
After the dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct foul, Waynoka will place the ball on the tee at the 45-yard line of Timberlake. 2:37 to play, and it will be Seeger that will squib it up the middle, and it's going to be fielded inside the 20. Fumbled by Merrick Judd. Now he returns it upfield to the 25, stays on his feet. They blow the play dead. I'll tell you what, that was, to me, a quick whistle.
I agree with that.
And Merrick Judd is jumping up and down. Tyler Severin is out there with the field as well. And Timberlake, in my opinion, has a gripe, because it never looked like from up here that Merrick Judd's forward progress was ever stopped.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, especially the way this is his running style. I think Severin is letting his kids know, hey, we've got to score and got to score quick.
2.5 minutes to play. It's a 2-possession game, 44-32. So could Waynoka's offense generate points against this stingy Tiger defense? The answer has been yes, a resounding yes. Put 30 up in the board of the first half. Wallace with an empty backfield throws a slant over the middle for Merrick Judd. 35, dragging defenders with him, and he's down at the 37-yard line, a gain of 11. And now the Tigers are in hurry-up mode with 2:23 to play.
Well, one thing they got to do is make sure everything they do is quick. Obviously,
Wallace will
get
keep
out of
it
bounds
running
too.
right. 45 midfield, spins to the 45 and tackled near the 43-yard line. There was a touchdown-saving play that time by Cunningham as Wallace with a terrific run. Tigers from the Railroader 41-yard line after a gain of 22. Go with a triangle formation left. Flag is
they weren't
down.
set.
And they were not set. You're right. That's going to cost them 5 yards. False start against the Tigers, and the homestanding partisan crowd around this is going bananas. Now Tyler Severin is out there on the field. Visiting with a white cap, and he doesn't appear to be very happy at all. Tyler, of course, the son of head coach Brian Severin. We're sure he's watching and listening. Brian, our thoughts and prayers with you as you continue to recover from your bypass surgery, and we hope to see you back with your beloved Tigers very, very soon. So the line of scrimmage will go back to the 46-yard line. It will be 1st and 15. Ball still in Waynoka territory with exactly 2 minutes to play in a 12-point game. 44-32. Triangle formation left. Now in a quarterback draw, it's Wallace. They shadow him this time, and he's decked. Ran right into Seeger, and then finally was finished off by Atwood. And if those two don't stay home, that play goes for big yardage instead of gains just 2. Line of scrimmage at the 44. It's 2nd down and 13. They'll float it near side for
goodness.
Judd. They overthrew him, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by who else but Tegan Allison. And the Railroaders are jumping for joy. It looks like they may come and snap a 20-game home field win streak for the Timberlake Tigers. And I don't know if there was miscommunication between Merrick Judd and Avery Wallace, but that ball was nowhere close to being catchable for Judd.
Well, that situation, Wallace just got the ball out too quick. Judd hadn't even gotten into his route. The way they were lined up, you'd like to see something thrown over the middle of the field.
1:34 to play, and that will just about do it. Timberlake does have all 3 of their timeouts, so Waynoka will keep it to the ground, you can bet, and make the Tigers burn those timeouts. Everybody in close, and under center is Tegan Allison from the 31-yard line. Inside handoff, and that will go to the fullback, Landon Seeger, and he picks up 2 to the 33. Tigers immediately spend the first of their 3 timeouts with 1:28 to play. That took just all of 6 seconds to get the play ended and the timeout called. 44-32 is our score. Let's take a quick 30-second break from Helena and the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
Todd Miller, Adam Dieselhorst, and the Squirtle crew with you from Brian Severin Stadium, Ray Trout Field. I think I said earlier Ray Trout won 2 state titles. He actually won 3. He helped introduce the game of 8-man football to the Center State. He won 2 8-man championships and 1 6-man title. What a legacy of great coaches they have had here in the communities of Jet, Nash, Helena, and Galtree. 2nd down and 8 at the 33-yard line. One back set, receiver right. Now it's a keeper, Allison, and he's stacked up, pushes forward for a yard to the 34, another timeout with 1:22 to play, and that will leave Timberlake with just 1 timeout, trailing 44-32. They're not going to put the ball in the air at them, but if they convert via the run a 1st down, this game is over.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the 2-score lead, if you're Waynoka and your coach Allen here and his staff, you're obviously just do exactly what you've done the last 2 times. Keep the ball in the hands of your quarterback or your running back. Make sure get down onto the ground, make them use that timeout. Be pretty difficult with the amount of time left in this game.
Very few programs have had Timberlake's number. Waynoka is one of those. In the last 7 meetings, the Railroaders have won 5 of the 7 head-to-head, the last coming a Timberlake victory November of 2020 in the Class C playoffs, 50-30. The last 2 regular season meetings came in 2018 and 2019. The Railroaders won that by a combined 64-20 score. In 2019, that Railroader team was very good. They lost big time to Pond Creek Hunter in the state championship game. 3rd down and 7 to the 34. Dunn motions. They'll hand it off with a little sweep. Trying to get to the end. He breaks a tackle, and he's on his feet and still going. 40 to the 30, and he slides down, and now a late hit. That's going to cost the Tigers some penalty yardage on Merrick Judd's part. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why he slid down, because the touchdown would give them the max of 15 district points, although I don't think it's going to matter if you have the head-to-head with Timberlake.
Yeah, that was interesting, although, I mean, the game's over now. But
we're going to pick up the flag, and now the Railroaders will just have to snap this a couple of more times.
I'm going to be honest with you, Todd. He wasn't getting in the end zone. Judd was reeling him in. Judd has got some elite speed.
A 29-yard run to ice this away by Jace Dunn. And, boy, he had some good running room and then was able to get out of a couple tackles. Looked like he was going to be tripped up as Timberlake will spend their final timeout. He stumbled and tried to pull away from the pack, and he was doing so, but you're right, Judd ran him down.
Yeah, he was reeling him in quick.
And I'm glad they picked that flag up.
I am too.
I mean, momentum, you can't just stop it during the course of play.
Definitely an effort play.
There was nothing malicious on the part of Merrick Judd.
Well, over in our other game of the week, Choctaw leads 22-10 going into the 4th quarter.
Wow. I had those two teams picked to play for the 6A2 state championship with Deer Creek winning it. The Antlers have been super impressive. Arguably the best 6A1 team on the west side of the state is the Mustang Broncos, and the Antlers went to Mustang in the non-district portion of the schedule and beat Mustang.
Here's an interesting score. Coach Jones at Norman North is just trailing Jinx 21-17 in the 3rd quarter.
And how about this? 56-14, Bixby over Enid. I don't mean that in a bad way. First
That's
of all,
actually
they
not
scored
bad.
on, and Bixby hasn't scored 80.
It was actually, I'll be honest with you, Todd, that game was 36-14 earlier on.
Well, Rashawn Woods has done a great job at Enid High. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line, or the 27-yard line, of Timberlake. So it's kneel down time for the Railroaders. Tigers did not have any more timeouts. And now flags. And I think Timberlake may have been in the neutral zone. They were. So it'll be to the 22. It'll bring up 1st down and 5. And the frustration has set in for the homestanding Tigers.
Man, Balco all over Shattuck now, 62-34.
Jordan McGowan, who didn't play early when they lost to Waynoka, 48-14, is back, and he is having monster games. He had one last week, and he's, I'm sure, having one tonight with that score against Shattuck.
Oklahoma Bible leads Cherokee 48-22. And Turpin is still undefeated.
1st down and 5 at the 22. Allison will go to an E. And the clock will melt down, less than a minute to play. Waynoka, in all likelihood, is going to clinch the Class C District 1 championship. They would have to collapse going down the stretch against 4 teams. Sharon Mutual, Medford, DCLA, and Tyrone that are combined 6-13. And Medford has 3 of those 6 wins.
I'll tell you what, a good game would be next week if anybody wants to venture out into the Panhandle. Balco Forgan, and it plays at Turpin. It's a matchup of 5-1 versus 5-0.
Well, Class B District 1 is always a bear's cage, and it is again. Another snap, another knee, and that's going to do it. And the Waynoka Railroaders start to jump for joy. They have come to Helena and snapped the Tigers' 20-game home field win streak, and overall, Timberlake's 18-game win streak dating back to the end of the 2020 season when they lost to Tyrone at Northwestern Oklahoma State University in Ranger Field, the Class C state championship game. What a win for Tanner, Allen, and the Railroaders. 44-32 the final. We'll be back with our post-game show in a moment here on Squirtle.
Imagine a school with more than 26,000 enrollments per year, cultivating opportunities for students to develop new skills and gain industry-recognized certification. Now imagine a corporate training center that partners with more than 500 local businesses each year, providing a productive and prepared workforce for employers in Oklahoma through customized training. Now, imagine a community resource who believes our business thrives when our community thrives. We aren't just the local Votech, we are Autry Technology Center.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 6 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
This is your moment. You've got what it takes. The grit to get from first steps to finishing touches. You're here to train, to put in the hours. Because today's hard work gives you an edge. To get hired, to earn more, to fine-tune a future to be proud of. Career Tech. Get skilled, get paid.
Back here at Helena, Oklahoma, final score 44-32. The Waynoka Railroaders have knocked off the Timberlake Tigers, and what a sight at midfield. The two teams hand in hand in a circle around the center field logo on one knee with a post-game prayer. And these are two teams that laid it all out there on the line. They have total respect for each other. And two great programs. One team had to win, the other had to lose, and tonight it was Waynoka's night, 44-32. But I'll tell you what we just witnessed, Adam, is what's great about small school football, what's great about these these communities that are represented tonight and their respective coaching staffs.
Well, I mean, it's just great sportsmanship, great class. We covered it actually in our Pick'em show last week. We talked about, this part of the state and the kind of people that are out here. And I know these two teams obviously really badly wanted to win this game, and there was some emotions that went on, but both these teams have great programs and coaching staffs that respect each other, and that's what we saw here tonight.
Railroaders now with two big-time victories. Their opener against Balco Forgan, a defending state runner-up, and now the state champions in Class C, Timberlake, 44-32 is the final score. Congratulations to both teams and a well-played, very enjoyable game tonight. We'll look forward to seeing both down the line as the season unfolds. Final score, final time, Waynoka 44, Timberlake 32. For Adam Dieselhorst, for Bryce Miller, and for Tyler Kerr, I'm Todd Miller. Good night from Helena.